At this point, I'm really shocked that this has happened twice. Kurogane Hiroshi no予想大好き, Kachiuma Densetsu is not a video game. In fact, it's a follow-up to Nihon Busan's previous Famicom release, Keiba Honmei. They've changed the name and increased the options to an absurd degree, but the purpose of the program's the exact same. You enter all of the details for an upcoming horse race, and then your Famicom simulates the results so you know who to go bet on. There's no actual gameplay elements on the cartridge. You don't bet or raise horses or do anything like that. It's data entry, and then watch the result. As you might expect, Kurogane Hiroshi was a horse racing commentator. He also drew quite a few comics, and not necessarily about horse racing. When you start up, you have your choice of 2 different data saves, and then the top option is to enter all of the data for the race. There's over 25 categories of data that you have to enter. You need to enter the class of race, which track they're at, which surface they're racing on, how long the race is, how are the riding conditions that day, what race number is it, what's the weather like, how many competitors are there in the race, are any of the gates paved. Then you can enter all of the horses' names, and if they're well-known horses, then you can rank them by their popularity. Does the horse have a pedigree? How would you rank the jockey's skills? What are the expectations for that horse in the race? What condition are the horse's legs in? How old is the horse? How much does the jockey weigh? What's the purse for each horse? Do they have experience on rough surfaces? How many races have they won running on turf? How many races have they won running on dirt? How many significant races have they won? What was their time in their previous race? And you keep entering those until you decide not to enter anymore. Are they racing after taking a break? How long of a break did they take? How much does the horse weigh? What's their training regimen like? And then after you enter all of that, you have the opportunity to save the data. It took me about 20 minutes to enter everything there, and I was just poking around. If you actually wanted to enter details for a race, it will take a long time. Then you're back at your main menu, and the next option is if you have to make some last-minute adjustments to a horse. Was there a change of gaits, or did a horse have to withdraw? This is where you enter that. Finally, you go to race. First, Kurogane Hiroshi gives you his prediction for who will win, and then you watch it play out in a very boring view that I presume looks like the betting parlors in Japan at the time. You see who won, and see if Kurogane was correct. The last option is a review of real-world data, though you can't import any of that back to the simulation. I try to give the games I play for Famidaily a fair shake, but it's really not possible for Kurogane Hiroshi no予想大好き Kachiuma Densetsu. It's similar to the fortune-telling cartridges. If a Famicom program was able to predict the outcome of horse races reliably enough, why aren't all the people who purchased it rich? So it fails at its basic task. And then beyond that, there's no game here. There's nothing to play. This is just a weird offshoot of the Famicom library, and it's not even the first time that it happened.